Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Amari Kalia here with another video. I have really been wanting to do this video because I have seen so many changes in my life just by doing these three things, and we are just going to get right into it. Number one, I have stopped/limited gossip. So I know y'all probably like, dang, this girl must have been the gossiper. I'm gonna be honest and say that I was. Not that I literally was talking about people. Honestly, it was more family gossip. And I didn't realize how toxic that was until recently. Like, dang, like really sitting up talking about family, like with each other is very like toxic and negative and not productive. And where I'm going in life, I realized that gossiping is just a deflection, and it's a way to take the attention off you. Whenever I even think about saying something about somebody, it's like, okay, before you say that, what's going on with you? You know, how's your day going? What are you mad about? Because to have the energy to sit up and say like, oh, so-and-so was ugly. So now I'm gonna be honest, I've never been a person to say somebody was ugly or anything like that. I'm just giving an example. So to actually sit up and say something negative about somebody, it's just such bad energy. Like, people do not like that. Like, real good people, like people who are genuine and are trying to do better things in life, they are not sitting up talking about people. It is so toxic, and it says so much more about you than it does the person that you're talking about. And so I learned that I don't care what it's about, who it's about, talking about other people is not going to help me become a better person. So that is like the number one thing that I have stopped doing, which also means that I have limited my contact with a lot of people, including family. And I've also been able to take the action to change the conversations. Like, I'm asking people about their goals, about, you know, okay, I remember last time you said you was gonna do this, you know, how did that go, you know, or how was your trip, or how was this and that, you know. I'm asking them about things that we, you know, are more productive or more positive rather than focusing on gossiping. And because I don't want to be that person that people come to gossip, and I also don't want to be the person that gossips. So in order to change that trajectory, you got to change the way you think, change the things that you talk about. And so that is one of the top things that I have done to become a more successful person. And what that has done is just changed how I spend my time. I'm talking less and I'm doing more. Simple. Number two, I have limited my TV and show consumption. I've said this before, but I used to love Netflix. I used to love my shows, How to Get Away with Murder, Criminal Minds, Blacklist. Oh, I love that show. Like, Queen of the South. Like, I can name y'all some shows where I don't watch the whole seasons. I've watched How to Get Away with Murder twice, and I believe it's like 5 or 6 seasons. But I have limited my TV show consumption, and I've done that simple. When I didn't say I completely stopped, because I haven't stopped. I've limited that by every day I have a to-do list. Okay, I need to do this video, or, you know, edit this, or go to work and do this at work, read this many pages, do this and that. I don't touch Netflix until I've done all of those things with my greatest effort, and I'm talking about to the fullest extent. So the most that I would do is probably watch Netflix like when I'm at work. I'll watch it like after I edit a video, because that's where I do most of my editing and things like that. So after I edit a video, you know, if I got like an hour left at work, I'll, you know, pop something on Netflix, or at home, usually more so on the weekends once I've done everything. If I don't have any plans, you know, I'll pop on the show and, you know, watch a little Netflix. But I'm never binge watching shows anymore. I used to be a binge watcher. I used to spend a lot of my evenings after work watching Netflix. I've stopped doing that because it's a distraction. It's a way to keep us unmotivated, keep us not focused on our goals, and it's a way to really just deflect from what's going on in my life and focus on watching this show. So that's the second thing that I've done, and what that has done is helped me to stay focused. It's helped me to be more disciplined, and also just helped me get things done, like just really being focused on my goals and what I want in life. I can't do that if I'm on Netflix all day. So that's that's the second thing that I have limited. The third thing, and this is the last thing, I have limited my social media consumption. Now, that is so hard for me because I am a content creator. I post my workouts. I post a lot about my business. I do YouTube. So it's really hard for me to stay off social media. But what I do is I set app limits on my phone. You can do that in the settings. I think right now my settings are for 45 minutes for Instagram and TikTok. So I have those app limits set up, and basically once those app limits are up, I do my best not to hit remind me in 15 minutes and stay on there. I'm getting better at it. But basically right now, with that app limit, it helps me to be aware of how much I'm on social media. You know, if I hit that 45 minutes within the first like 4 or 5 hours of me being up, it's like, okay girl, why you on your phone so much? And so I do like to use my social media because I like to look at, you know, looking for workouts or looking for meal ideas, things like that. But I also do a little bit of consuming when it comes to watching other people, you know, everyday people that I'm around. And I think that it's too time consuming, and it's a little bit toxic because it's easy to compare yourself to other people. Even when you know you got your own things going on, it's still very easy to be influenced, or just paying attention to what other people doing is just not really a good idea in my opinion. So I have limited how much I'm on social media. So honestly, what I'll do now is just try to keep myself occupied. So like, even when I come home from work and, you know, I've done all my tasks for the day, I don't sit on my phone and scroll on social media. Even if my app limits are not up, I honestly just try to stay off my phone now. Like, once I post all my content in the morning. So like, first thing in the morning to go to the gym, record my workout. By 12 p.m. all my content is posted, and so by that time I don't need to be on my phone anymore. That's really what I try to tell myself. After I post my content, get off social media. And so when I'm at home and I do have a little free time, I don't scroll on my phone. Like I said, I try to stay off my phone. I don't really have anybody that calls me on a regular basis anymore except my mom, but otherwise, like, I don't really talk to people that much anymore, so I don't really have a reason to be on my phone. So what I do, I just, you know, find other ways to occupy my time. I might stretch, do some mobility work, or I might even put on like a Netflix show, or I'll read, I've been trying to get back into journaling, you know, just making plans, creating ideas like for my business and things like that. That's really what I've been focused on. Also just having more conversations with my partner. Like, we love to talk. That's what we do. We talk all day. And so, or, you know, when we at home. And so we've been having, you know, deeper conversations just about life and our own journeys, our careers, things like that. So just being more present, you know, and staying off my phone. I feel like when you get on your phone, you kind of like distracting. You go into a whole nother world. So I have been really into like just being more present, going on more walks, and also we be overly stimulated. Like, we be just consuming so much stuff, even like watching TV shows. That's why I've limited watching TV and being on my phone, because we taking in all this information, all this content, all this stuff, all this news, and it's just like we be overly stimulated to the point where when we are quiet or we alone, we don't know what to do with ourselves. So that's another thing I've been doing. Instead of being on my phone and watching shows, I've just been spending more time in silence. Like, even at work, like, if I don't have any tasks to do, sometimes I'll just sit there, like, and not even get on my phone, because I'm trying to stop taking in so much information. Like, I was telling my boyfriend last night, like, I'm in that phase where I am putting in action. Like, I know all of these things. I know a lot of information when it comes to what I need to do to self-develop, what I need to do for my business, what I need to do to become a better person and get closer to God. But it's just like, we be knowing all, we think just because we read something or we heard something that, you know, oh, that's all we needed to do. But no, we need to actually be putting these things in action. We need to be doing these things. We need to be reading that book, or signing up for that class, or studying for that exam or certification or whatever. But, you know, we're very fearful, and we are very distracted, and so it's hard for us to really do those things that we know we need to do. So that's the season that I'm in. I'm doing that by not gossiping, not talking. What that means for me is I'm just not talking to that many people, because unfortunately we live in a world where people can't offer you anything other than gossiping. So I have limited my contact with people. I have been not watching as much TV shows, and then also I have not been on my phone as much. Millionaires don't watch Netflix at all. They don't watch TV. I guarantee if you go ask a millionaire right now, they're gonna tell you they don't watch Netflix. And I'm trying to do millionaire habits. I don't know about y'all, but I am trying to change the life for myself and my family, and I can't do that if I'm watching Netflix every day. So that's just my mindset. That's just how I look at things. God don't want me watching Netflix. Like, he did not put that here for us to do that. In other words, you know, I think everybody has their their passion, their reason for God putting them here. God put some people here to be on these TV shows, but I think that it has been exploited too much to where it's taking up too much of our time. They want us to binge watch these shows, and that is not what we are here for. That is not what we're supposed to be doing. We're here to fulfill our purpose and to help other people. I hope these tips can help anybody. I just wanted to share what I have been doing to really self-develop and reach success, and I have seen differences when it comes to just what I think about and what I talk about. If you guys want to see more videos like this, just go ahead and comment below. Make sure you subscribe, and I will see you guys in my next video.